Throughout video game history, pistols have seldom been done justice. From their humble beginnings as the first weapon you happen to have, that you immediately replace by whatever else you happen to find next, and only ever use again when you run out of ammo for everything else, to today where you have 4 attachments on your sniper rifle, you can't run overkill, and you need something to back yourself up with when you inevitably miss your first shot. But Halo did things a little bit different, because you could always have 2 weapons on you, and what's the point of ever carrying a pistol if you could have a rocket launcher, or an alien shooter that shot 2-foot-long needles, or an assault rifle? The Halo pistol had to be good, or else nobody would ever use it. And my gosh, was it amazing. The Halo pistol could kill grunts and elites in just, well, grunts in 1 shot, elites in a couple of shots. And even hunters could be shot once in the back and killed immediately. And in multiplayer, it could outdamage pretty much anything as long as you hit them in the head. If you were a good shot, the pistol served you well. And of course, we have a BOOMCO replica, so why not make it an absolute one-shot killer? And that's what I've done for you here today in one of the worst mod guides ever.
Yeah, the best parts about this mod is how cheap and easy it is to perform. The punching bag in the background is about 22 feet away, and as you can see, the darts are punching it with the fury of 1,000 Foreman grills. I wish I could claim this mod as my own, but Zombona is the one who did it before me, and Duke Wintermall is the one who gave me some pointers on how to open up the M6 without completely shattering it. Seriously, this thing is a beast, and it's so easy to do, you'd have to be a complete moron to screw this one up.
Some of you may be saying right now, it's a BOOMCO blaster. It doesn't shoot foam. Why would I ever use this thing? And there's a couple of good reasons for that. For one, it's absolutely tiny. For 2, it's going to hit harder than pretty much anything else you're going to carry. For 3, it's going to be more accurate than anything else you're going to be carrying. What else are you going to do when you're out of darts?
First things first, we've got to open this thing up, and the best way I found to do that is to put it on a step, put my foot on it, and gently pry it up with a screwdriver, a technique that will no doubt be handed down through the generations. These pins are absolute garbage, just go slow and hope you don't break anything. Start off with the pin in the front, get the one in the back, and then gently work down the blaster to remove the one in the middle.
Now, if you do manage to break something pulling this thing apart, all's not lost. It can be used as a normal, like, pullback blaster. Just put a keyring through the end right here and you're good to go. It might not look as good, but it will still function the same, and that's most of the mod. Now that you've managed to take your Halo M6 pistol apart, it's time to make a sacrifice.
Once your offering is accepted and you get yourself a second spring, return home and open up your M6 blaster. We're going to remove all the locks here, so get rid of that stupid bar that blocks the trigger when a dart isn't loaded, and then take out the front barrel, remove the little gray piece, and there's going to be a little spring-loaded lock in here. We're going to remove that and then fill it full of hot glue. Make sure our dart is in the barrel when you pour in the hot glue, or else you're going to have a bad time. This may damage your BOOMCO dart, so make sure you give it a loving goodbye before you shove it in there and subject it to some hot glue torture. So that was probably the hardest part of the mod. All you have to do from here is wait for the hot glue to dry, then you put the barrel back together. It only goes in one way, you can't possibly screw this up. And then from here, you just have to put the springs together, which is as simple as putting the springs together. Then you put them on the plunger rod, and then you put the little cap on it, and you shove it all back in the blaster, and you're basically done. What the fuck am I gonna do with my life if this thing's better than the Snapfire? Oh man. See, that's the problem. I keep one-upping myself. Everything's gonna go to hell. From here, it's pretty dead simple. I mean, you put the catch back on. I would put the catch back on after you've got the springs and everything all in there and everything's secured. Just kind of wedge it on in there, push the spring up with your finger and clip it down in there. Put the trigger back on, make sure all your bits and bobs are all together, and you're pretty much ready to go. Oh, and also make sure that you got your return spring up at the top. That's going to be pretty important if you want to have a fun time. That's it. Mod done.
What do you think? Is the Halo M6 pistol worth carrying now that it hits insane ranges with great accuracy and costs basically nothing? Or is it still nerf or nothing? Go ahead and let me know what you think down in the comment boxes below. And of course, if you like BOOMCO and like how hard this thing is hitting, hit that like button. And if for some reason you're insane or buy a hammer shot, the dislike button is there for you as well. That being said, here's 2 more videos you can check out if you like what I do. And of course, if you want to see more of where that came from, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because there's going to be plenty more of it. I am Walcom S7, and I hope to see you in an entirely different video.